that's dope, you know. So, you know, it was good sparring. It was a very good experience for me.
Him, the way we focused on him.
The bigger guys training for this, how's that felt?
You said
sparring the bigger guys.
Chup, not just someone they're expected to beat, you don't really know what they have. The fight between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez is a big event featuring two of boxing's biggest stars. However, this time, Crawford is expected to fight Gennady Golovkin instead. Crawford is very careful about protecting his undefeated record of 41 fights, so he doesn't want to take unnecessary risks against Canelo. To prepare and avoid any mistakes, he recently trained with Floyd Mayweather, one of Canelo's past opponents.
Can you fill in the blank? Triple G is blank.
Triple G es...
Now, Crawford has turned to Gennady Golovkin, Triple G, for help, even though Canelo defeated him twice in their trilogy. However, the first fight remains controversial. Many believe Golovkin actually won since he landed more punches in 10 out of the 12 rounds, but the judges scored it a draw. That result led to a trilogy, where Canelo went on to prove himself by winning the next two fights.
I mean, you don't have to give details. I know you guys are competitive, but what was that sparring like on, fight fans want to know?
It was dope. It was dope. It was dope, man. I appreciate it.
Crawford wants to learn how Gennady Golovkin was able to trouble and dominate Canelo Alvarez, leading to their controversial draw. His friendship with Golovkin began when rumors spread about a possible fight between them last year. The first lesson Crawford learned from Triple G? Just how powerful Canelo Alvarez's punches really are.
For even, giving me the opportunity to step in the ring with him, I can say that.
One of the biggest punches in all three fights between Triple G and Canelo happened in their first match when Canelo landed a huge right hand in the 9th round, hitting Golovkin clean. Triple G later revealed to DAZN how that punch felt, which might interest Crawford. "I remember that punch. I let it get through. I don't know what to call it, it wasn't hard. It felt more like a slap or a sliding punch," Golovkin said. By downplaying Canelo's power, Golovkin may give Crawford even more confidence for their possible fight.
Big calls in town, you guys wanna get dinner?
I don't think so.
Maybe next time.
Canelo, can you fill in the blank for me? Triple G is blank.
Aside from their discussions, Terence Crawford also had a brief sparring session with Gennady Golovkin, just like he did with Floyd Mayweather a few weeks ago. When rumors of a Crawford vs Triple G fight started circulating, many questioned if it was even possible. Some boxing matches simply can't happen, no matter how much fans want them. One such case was the rumor that Saudi royal His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh was trying to arrange a mega fight between former undisputed welterweight champion Terence Crawford and former super middleweight champion Gennady Golovkin. Triple G, now 42, never officially announced his retirement. However, after losing to Canelo Alvarez for the second time in 2022, he never returned to boxing. Instead, he became the head of Kazakhstan's Olympic Committee, further fueling speculation about his exit from the sport. Despite this, the Saudi royal recently took to X, formerly Twitter, to shut down the rumors. After reports surfaced that Al-Sheikh was planning a Crawford vs Golovkin fight in 2025, Fight Hub TV asked fans for their opinions. The Saudi advisor quickly responded in the comments, writing "not truth," confirming that the entire story was a hoax and that he had no plans to make the fight happen.
Конечно, да, потому что я скажу так, во мне вот эта вот страсть к боксу еще пока не остыла. В данный момент у меня 3 пояса в 160, мне надо решать свои вопросы.
Even after the truth about the Crawford vs Triple G fight rumors was revealed, fans couldn't help but discuss the possibility of the matchup. Despite what seems like retirement, Golovkin still has a loyal fan base, and many supporters quickly defended him. One fan commented, "At 160, Triple G might be slow, but I'm sure he still has power." However, others questioned whether he's still in fighting shape, with one saying, "Have people seen Triple G lately? The man looks retired and like he hasn't sparred or run 6 miles in 2 years." Interestingly, while Golovkin doesn't seem likely to return, he has hinted at a possible comeback in several interviews.
Ну, я думаю, даже скажу, может быть, немножко громко, я неплохо себя чувствовал, и если вы видели, как бы я...
Another fan shared their prediction for the fight, saying, Crawford will not step in the ring for this fight. Triple G will stop Crawford within 7 rounds by stoppage. Notably, in Crawford's last 12 fights, he has only gone the distance once, proving he is no easy opponent. However, another fan echoed similar thoughts, writing, Prime Triple G versus Bud? Triple G wins with ease. In his prime, Golovkin had one of the most intimidating knockout records, with 42 wins and 37 knockouts, making him one of the most feared punchers in boxing history.
В принципе, даже не пропускал и не устал. То есть я показал, что есть силы, чему я очень рад.
On top of that, Crawford moving up in weight wouldn't have helped him either. One fan seemed baffled by the idea of the fight, saying, Shake my head, Terence may need to retire. He has no one else to fight, they're just pulling names out of a hat at this point. However, that's not entirely true. Rising star Jaron Boots Ennis has been eager to fight Crawford, but Crawford has yet to accept the challenge. Meanwhile, another fan liked the idea of the hypothetical matchup, writing, Old Triple G versus Crawford would be amazing. Both fighters are elite with incredible skills, and it would have been an exciting contest. Still, some fights in boxing simply aren't possible, no matter how much fans want them to happen.
Где бы я ни находился, я, конечно, буду думать о том, как...
This is exactly what happened with the recent rumors suggesting that His Excellency Turki Alalshik was trying to set up a mega fight between former undisputed welterweight champion Terence Crawford and former super middleweight champion Gennady Golovkin. While that fight didn't happen, Crawford eventually got the matchup he wanted against Canelo Alvarez. This is another major fight in both men's legendary careers. Crawford has already faced top opponents like Errol Spence Jr., Sean Porter, and Amir Khan. Meanwhile, Canelo has shared the ring with some of the biggest names in boxing, including Floyd Mayweather, Miguel Cotto, Shane Mosley, and Sergey Kovalev. One of Canelo's most notable rivalries was with Golovkin, with whom he fought 3 times over 5 years. Their first fight, in September 2017, ended in a controversial majority draw, though many believed Golovkin had done enough to win.
Poco de huevos.
The rematch took place a year later, with Canelo securing a narrow points victory. Their third fight in 2022 was arguably the most decisive, as Alvarez again won on points, this time more convincingly. Recently, Canelo signed a 4-fight deal with Riyadh Season, with the first bout set for May 3rd. He will face IBF super middleweight champion William Skull in a bid to become the undisputed super middleweight champion once again. One person who knows what it takes to prepare for Canelo is Abel Sanchez, who trained Gennady Golovkin for their 2017 and 2018 fights. Speaking to KO Artist Sports, Sanchez gave Terence Crawford little to no chance against Canelo, pointing to Crawford's significant weight disadvantage as a key factor.
We don't know. You know, we know he's capable of a lot of things, but, you know, we're not going to overlook anything, and that's why we prepare the way we prepare and focus on.
Abel Sanchez didn't hold back his thoughts on the fight, calling it ridiculous. He explained, Crawford is a great fighter, but he's been the same fighter from 135 to 147. He hasn't changed anything to make him viable at bigger weights, but Canelo has. Crawford hasn't been destroying his opponents, he only dominated one who was a shell of his former self. But Canelo, he's destroying everyone he fights. Yes, it's a good money fight, but not a real fight. Meanwhile, former two-weight world champion Andre Ward has also shared his opinion on the potential super fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford.
I spar bigger guys.
Yeah.
I never spar nobody my size, so that's nothing.
Okay, guys, thank you.
So super middleweight wouldn't be a problem, right?
Nope. Thank you, Terrence. Appreciate you.
Crawford has been targeting Canelo ever since his career-defining victory over welterweight rival Errol Spence Jr. last year. Although Canelo initially dismissed the idea, he recently admitted he would be open to defending his super middleweight titles against the naturally smaller Crawford if the money was right. Speaking on the All the Smoke podcast, former undefeated champion Andre Ward, who retired with a perfect 32-0 record, shared the 2 fights he most wants to see in boxing, I want to see Canelo fight Terence Crawford or David Benavidez. You have two options: you can fight someone in your weight class, or you can try to pick on the smaller guy in Terence Crawford.
I can bet the house on, but because
In a potential Crawford versus Canelo clash, Andre Ward is backing the fighter who last competed 3 weight classes below. I'm not betting against Terence right now against anybody. Not doing it, Ward said. When discussing today's most skilled fighters, Ward highlighted Crawford as someone you can bet the house on. He explained, "Me and him are so much alike in our mentality. He's skillful, yes, but his heart and mind are different. There aren't many guys like that out there right now. A lot of fighters talk, but until they face a real 50-50th mark."
We so much alike in our mentality. Like soon as I see this dude, he come in the room or I come in the room, we start arguing about basketball.
He's different. He's a dog. That's the kind of stuff that gets me out of my seat, Ward said, emphasizing Crawford's ability to rise to the occasion when needed. Shakur Stevenson, who considers Crawford his big brother, also believes Crawford would defeat Canelo Alvarez, despite giving up a 14-pound weight disadvantage. Unlike Jermell Charlo, Canelo has made it clear he isn't interested in fighting Crawford due to the size difference. However, Stevenson disagrees, arguing that skills win fights, not size. The former 2-weight world champion believes Crawford's southpaw stance, excellent movement, and strong fundamentals could give Canelo serious problems in the ring.
Wrestling, anything, bro. Like, man, you can't, man, you looking small. What you mean I'm looking small? You looking small. Like, it's just that, like, you gotta really hurt that dude to turn.
Speaking to IFL TV about Crawford's next move, Shakur Stevenson said, "Terence Crawford is running things right now. As for who he should face next, I'd love to see him fight Charlo." Although Charlo was already set to fight Canelo, Stevenson expressed confidence in Crawford's ability to beat the Mexican superstar. "I genuinely believe Crawford could beat Canelo. Being a southpaw with good movement and solid boxing, it would be tough for Canelo to walk him down and load up on his powerful hooks." He added, "I wish Charlo wasn't fighting Canelo, but it is what it is. I think Bud could beat Canelo. I'd like to see it because, to me, size doesn't win fights, skills do."
Like I've been saying this, I don't think size win fights, I think skills do. Yeah, I think like being a southpaw with good movement and sharp boxing, it'd be hard for Canelo with that high guard to walk him down and load up on them big hooks. I think Bud would be Canelo.
Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford is one of the biggest fights that could happen in boxing today. With Saudi Arabia's increasing involvement in the sport, the matchup seems more possible than ever. Trainer Robert Garcia weighed in on the potential fight, stating that Canelo would have the advantage over Crawford. He also discussed Crawford's situation, suggesting that if the Omaha native doesn't secure a fight with Canelo soon, he may choose to retire.
Who knows?
That smile's telling me something else, bro. I think it might be on the line, no?
I'm just saying, man. We can't say it's not gonna happen. We can't say that it is.
Crawford is a smart man. He's already achieved everything he wanted, Robert Garcia said in an interview with Fight Hype. He's done a lot, he doesn't need to challenge himself or prove anything to anyone. I've spoken to him personally, and my feeling is that he wants that big fight against Canelo. If he doesn't get it, he might never fight again. If the Canelo fight doesn't happen, other potential opponents for Crawford could include Jermell Charlo, Virgil Ortiz Jr., Serhii Bohachuk, and Xander Zayas.
Because the way Crawford is doing it is because he knows it's the biggest payday in his life, and he'll never. Maybe what he could get against Canelo, he's never made in all his fights combined.
According to Robert Garcia, Crawford doesn't need to chase another fight. He's already achieved everything. "I don't see him fighting just to please fans who say he needs to fight this or that guy," Garcia explained. He also believes that if it were just about money, Crawford wouldn't need to fight again, as he has managed his wealth well and made smart investments. He's a very smart man. He's invested his money wisely. He doesn't need to fight again, Garcia said. The only reason Crawford would step back into the ring, according to Garcia, is for a mega fight against Canelo Alvarez to cap off his career on a high note. He's going to go out there and look for the big fight, enjoy his life. But if he doesn't get Canelo, he might never fight again, the trainer added.
So of course, why would he call out Benavidez when he's calling out Canelo knowing that he's going to make double the money?
Because he wants to fight at 68, that's why.
So that's why.
If the fight happens against the Guadalajara-born Canelo Alvarez, Robert Garcia believes Crawford can hold his own for several rounds, maybe not enough to win, but enough to earn Canelo's and the public's respect. Look, I think Crawford could give good rounds. The first 6 to 8 rounds would be very competitive. Crawford has skills, he's very strong, and he has great speed and power to earn Canelo's respect, Garcia said. However, he ultimately thinks Canelo's size and strength would be too much. Eventually, I think Canelo is just too big and too strong. But for those first 6 rounds, it would be a very entertaining fight, Garcia concluded.
Why? You know why. He wants to make the biggest fucking payday.
Does he have a chance in the fight?
Everybody has a chance, but I think he'll put up some good rounds. I think he loses to Canelo, but he'll put up good rounds. Better than Charlo did.
The plans for a fight between Saul Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford seem to remain just an idea for now. The biggest obstacle isn't just agreeing on a multi-million-dollar purse. Canelo may not be willing to budge, even if Turki Alalshik offers him the biggest payday of his career.
Crawford, Canelo.
He'll put up some good rounds. He'll fight. He'll probably get stopped and get knocked out, but he'll put up some good rounds. Yeah, but he'll put up.
Ryan Garcia has made his stance clear on a potential fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, leaving no room for doubt. In a recent interview with Seize TV, Garcia, known for his outspoken opinions, harshly criticized Crawford, calling him an overhyped bum and insisting that Canelo would easily win if they fought. He went even further, accusing Crawford of being a boring fighter who doesn't deserve the attention he gets, claiming he's just stealing boxing's money. Despite currently serving a doping ban, Ryan Garcia didn't hold back in his criticism of Terence Crawford. He even went as far as to challenge Crawford directly, saying, "Come see me in the ring if you think I'm talking," expletive. Garcia's remarks were especially bold considering his ongoing suspension and the controversy surrounding his failed drug test earlier this year. Unsurprisingly, he remained firm in his stance, even calling out one of boxing's biggest superstars to fight him if they disagreed with his opinion.
Other than Errol Spence Jr. that went through a car crash. Name one guy that he beat other than Errol Spence that's well known. Sean Porter that was from Wash. Who has he beat? He hasn't beat nobody, bro. He's not going to beat nobody, bro. Terence Crawford.
I was one of the best fighters in the amateurs, bro. He was too. I've seen many fighters like him. I don't care if he can take away my left hook, I can find a way to get him. He's not that good. He gets hit a lot, he gets wobbled. He's not untouchable, Garcia said. If a fight between Garcia and Crawford were to happen, it would almost certainly require a catchweight. Garcia has never fought at the 147-pound welterweight limit or higher, while Crawford last competed at super lightweight, 140 pounds, in August 2017. Currently suspended after testing positive for a banned substance following his fight with Devin Haney, Garcia continues to make headlines in the boxing world, often by downplaying the accomplishments of his fellow fighters.
Right, bro. Terence Crawford is not no, he ain't like that, bro. Terence Crawford is an overhyped bum, bro. I'm sorry. Somebody got to say it. You're an overhyped bum, bro. I'm looking at the camera right now. You fucking suck, bro.
This time, Ryan Garcia has set his sights on Terence Crawford, who has been pushing for a fight with Canelo Alvarez in 2025, though Canelo has yet to accept the challenge. Garcia claims he has already reached out to Crawford, calling him directly to request a fight. He believes Crawford isn't as good as people think and even taunted him with the promise of a big payday. As for Bud Crawford, I already called him. I think he's just trying to get a fight with Canelo Alvarez, but I don't think that's going to happen, Garcia said. Has he ever fought someone with one-punch knockout power? No. That's why I think Bud Crawford is overrated.
Like that. Stop stealing boxing money. You're wasting everybody's money. You're not entertaining, bro. You're boring as come see me in the ring if you think I'm talking shit. I can do it anytime.
You think you can see Crawford?
I can definitely see Crawford, bro. What do you mean? Bro, I've seen many fighters like him too. He's not that good, bro. He gets hit a lot, bro. He gets wobbled, hit. Bro, he's not untouchable, bro. You act like he's Mayweather.
I'd love to fight Bud. I don't think he's as good as people say. If Bud is listening, I'd like to fight you. I'd give you a beating, Garcia declared, referring to the undefeated Terence Crawford, the WBC and WBO welterweight champion. And that's all for now. For the latest updates on boxing news, events, and action, stay connected by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss out on quality content. Until next time, peace out.
I don't think that he's not a great fighter, but I don't think he's as good as people say. He's not like a Sugar Ray Leonard, you know, not Tommy Hearns. You can't do that because he's not like that, bro. He hasn't fought nobody that has firepower like him.
Who would win, him or Boots?
I like Boots, in my opinion. I mean, I like Boots. I don't think Crawford could keep up with somebody that talented and young and fast. I haven't even seen him fight somebody